Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have a very exciting live stream. As always, we are going to be talking about decentralized science, the broader crypto markets, and a litany of other things. Now, I likely will be cutting this live stream a little bit short today as I feel pretty under average. I feel like doo-doo. And so we're here. We're going to talk about everything because the CPI report just came out today. I don't have it pulled up yet, but I will pull it up here in the live stream and we can talk about it. It came out really, really good. And that is not to be a shock at all. I mean, everything has been showing indications that inflation's been chilling out over and over and over again. And so you really shouldn't be that surprised that it all came in under what people were expecting, especially with the iteration of the tariffs. Now, I'm already seeing articles coming out saying that the tariffs have been initiated post these numbers being collected. And I hope that to be true because the tariffs being initiated are a massive deflationary pressure immediately. Over the medium term, they're pretty inflationary, but immediately they're very deflationary. And so we'll talk about everything. We'll go through a lot of the numbers and we will look at what's going on with the market because the market bounced really aggressively on the inflation data, but the suits want you to sell. The Wall Street, aka the suits, they want you out of your positions. So right now, Bitcoin's getting rejected by the 200-day moving average, which is not a good sign at all, actually. The last time this happened was right here back in August of 24. We came back down, formed a little bit of a double bottom and continued onwards. This setup is a little bit different though, because this is the first time we're breaking below the 200-day moving average. The first time we did that last time, we skyrocketed back above without hesitation. This time we broke below, went up, got rejected, broke below, went up, are getting rejected again and coming down. So we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't go much lower than the high from the previous leg up here, which is around 73,000. It put us right in the center of the circle over here, a lot quicker than I was expecting. But let's go ahead and look at some of the economic data. Not that I'm going to really be able to showcase all of it to you guys, but before we do that, I do want to point out that tomorrow we get the PPI numbers, and the PPI numbers, or the producer price index, will be a lot more reactive to the tariff news. And so this one, while it will still be from the previous month before all the tariffs start happening, we'll actually get some, like, the word about tariffs and the producers starting to freak out about tariffs happened before the tariffs actually start. And so we'll actually get some good data on this. I think it's going to shock down quite a bit. Oh, but we will see. We shall see. Now, we got the consumer price index. Good morning, Beagle. Good morning, Cade. Oh shit, Cade. I haven't seen you here in a while. Welcome. Welcome, 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 brother. Dr. Crypto, bonjour. What's good, C90? Dawn is here. Dawn has arisen. Dawn, we haven't seen you in just as long as we haven't seen Cade. What the hell, man? And we got Spec Truth, good morning. We got Beagle saying a little bullish. 2 Raider, good morning. Stare, good morning. Solus, good morning, everyone. Hopefully you guys are positioned appropriately for this. I do want to showcase, right? We talked about Bitcoin for a second here. I do want to say something pretty intriguing because inflation came in lower, which means the Fed doesn't have that reason not to pivot, and yet bonds sold off a little bit. How unique of a dynamic. Bonds sold off, yields went higher on the news that inflation came in soft. That is a reverse dynamic, which just happens in moments of uncertainty within the market. So we'll see. It's going to be pretty interesting. The dippiest dip that ever dipped no longer lives. No, it probably is still going to live. Everything's kind of looking like it's still going to live. We go look, Bitcoin getting rejected, probably going to continue to dip. NASDAQ still in just no man's land right now. I think we'll come up and form a similar thing to what Bitcoin's doing. We'll come up, test the 200, and hopefully not get rejected. I mean, I watched an interesting video yesterday about where we're currently at in the cycle and everything, and showcasing it how it's actually remarkably similar to 1999 and I think 1992 or 82 or something like that. But it was, or maybe it was 84. But in both the other 2 times that we had this scenario playing out very similarly to right now, we did see that extended year-long rally still before a really big downturn. So I think most people are on the same page that we're facing a recession in the next couple quarters, but the question is, can we get another 3 or 4 quarters of bull run before we get that economic downturn. I'm still under the impression that we will get that, but who knows? That's true, Spec Truth. I forgot about that. Canada is selling bonds. Oh no, Canada. Canada is dumping the bond market. Oh no. Canada's throwing a little temper tantrum right now with their new leadership, even though Canada has outrageous tariffs on the United States. As soon as the United States fires back a little bit, they throw this huge temper tantrum. Kind of funny, but not funny because my bags are going down. You guys know I bought a crap ton of TLT here, right in this range that we're in right here. And so going down a little bit, I'm like, damn it. The CPI came in exactly as I was expected, but bonds sold off. That's how it's not good to put time-bound aspects to your trades unless you give it enough time to play out, right? The calls I purchased on TLT expire in January of next year. So a little bit of a move to the downside doesn't really hurt my bag too much because I still have a lot of theta left in the options. Manipulation so BlackRock can strong arm MicroStrategy. Potentially, yeah. Honestly. Let me turn this on to live chat so we can get all of the information flowing through the live stream. Okay, and then we clicked on inflation. I'm not looking to see. Let's go back. I want to see the actual CPI data. Sorry for my voice again. Supposedly it's allergies, but these are, I don't understand why anyone would live in an area that has pollen and allergies and debris that makes them feel like this. This is insane. I've never experienced allergies before in my life. This is absolutely wild. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of the data that came in. All items came in at 2.8%, which is fantastic. I think that you guys will enjoy, and I will also enjoy reading the PDF version better because I think they have pretty charts and everything that we can look at. All right, Adobe. It just docks my email like that. I've never... Hey, you little stupid dum-dum. No. I will not sign in. You will just simply show me the information I'm requiring to see. You goblin. All right, no PDFs. Adobe wants me to sign in, and I don't want to sign in right now because I don't remember the password. Oh, food came in 2.6. One thing that I saw that stood out a little bit was the housing. Where's housing? Energy, all items, shelter. Shelter came in at 0.3. So a little bit lower than last month's reading, right? 0.3 came in at 4.2, which I think was substantially lower than it was prior. I'm pretty sure shelter is on its way down, which aka means the housing market's coming down. But in reality, it does not mean the housing market is coming down. It means that the public's perception on what housing market is doing is coming down. So people are losing confidence in the housing market. That's what that reading means. It doesn't necessarily mean that the housing market's coming down. It means low-key, the housing market already came down. And I think you go look at a lot of areas, especially the ones that were booming during COVID, they're all facing some pretty aggressive downtrends for the last several years. It's been like 2 or 3 years of downtrends in some of those areas. And so people are starting to feel the effects of that. Other areas, like where I'm at right now, they are still building like crazy. So I'll be interested to see what tomorrow's reading on the PPI looks like. And then probably have to, I'm not actually going to do it, but it would be advantageous to probably dive into the manufacturing reading that came out. I think you'll get a little bit of data, more accurate data on that, because CPI is definitely a lagging indicator. It tells you what it was, not what it is. And some of those more modern or more, some of the other readings tell you the more up-to-date information on what's going on. And I think everything is really slowing down quite dramatically. So we will see. We will see. Ultimately, it was a really good reading, but the media right now is fear-mongering people because they're saying that this is before any of the tariffs. Good morning, Sarah. Welcome into today's live stream. This coming in before any of the tariffs were actually enacted. And so they're saying next reading is going to be terrible. And so everyone's like, oh my God, I need to sell before next reading comes out. I don't think it's going to be like that at all. I do not believe that for even a second, actually. But we will see. We will see. For the time being, Nothing changed, guys. Nothing changed. And I know I keep saying this, and I think it is super important that I remind everyone constantly about this. But if you need, like, in times like this right here, okay, where there's a large scale sell-off, right? You have to ask yourself, hold on, let me get this scale, let me get the chart pulled up. You have to ask yourself, okay, do you believe in crypto at all? Do you believe in the ethos? Do you believe in what they're doing? Do you think it's providing value? Okay, ask yourself that genuinely. Look through your portfolio and look at each project and say, does this provide a value? If the answer is yes, then you should feel confident and comfortable in what you're holding, and understanding that sometimes things just take a little bit longer than you expected. That delayed gratification always works out in people's favor. If you can delay something, you usually get rewarded tenfold. If you look at your portfolio and you're like, I really don't think that any value is going to come out of any of the things I'm holding, I just am holding them because I think they're funny or cute or whatever the hell the reason that you bought it was, that can go to zero. Now, it's a limit function to zero, so it will never actually hit zero, but effectively speaking, that will go to zero with time. It is bound to go to zero with time. Now, if it provides that value and you can justify that value in your head and you have a rationality, you can hold that and feel confident. And so really just take the time, and this should happen all the time. This should happen ultimately when everything is euphoric and everything is going straight up is when you should do it. But it's better today than tomorrow, honestly, to look at the portfolio and just analyze it. Do you think that the coins or the companies or the projects that you hold on to are providing a positive value? Or will they provide a positive value in a set amount of time? And if that set duration is 3 years, then be prepared to hold it for that duration of time. If that duration of time is 3 months, understand that literally anything can happen in 3 months. Anything. And so I just want you to take that moment, because if you zoom out a little bit on the charts and you understand the value proposition behind crypto, you're not freaking out even for a second. You're not freaking out at all. If you just zoom out and understand the value proposition here, you have no qualms holding a single token in your portfolio. Now, if you don't know what you're doing, then that's when you start freaking out. And most people online right now are all in on those meme coin super cycles where there's actually no real value besides just like good vibes being provided. And I'm not saying good vibes can't have value. I am simply saying that I don't see the value being billions of dollars. So that's why, like, I can pull up some of the DeSci charts, right? Honestly, it doesn't matter. I don't need to pull up the charts. All of you guys have been looking at the charts probably all day, every day. They're all down horrendously. They're all down atrociously. I don't want to look at them because they're just shitty and they don't matter right now, honestly. Because I know in 3 to 5 years, Research Coin is going to be significantly more valuable because they're going to continue to provide that value. I know in a whatever time frame you want to look at it in, the DeSci projects that I'm holding on to and the coins that I hold in my portfolio are going to provide a value. And so hopefully that kind of resonates with you guys and can give you a little bit of peace with what you're doing. If you hold 6 figures in Fartcoin, I'm sorry, man, that doesn't provide any kind of value. And so if we do enter into a period of terrible economic situations, Fartcoin is going to a limit of 0. But Research Coin will not. Fartcoin may come back, it may not. Research Coin, if it does tank 80%, 90%, it will likely come back, right? So there you go. Hopefully that makes sense. I still think we hit this circle. I still do. For total crypto market cap, I think we hit this circle. The structure on this has not changed at all. In fact, this is actually a very bullish weekly print on the total crypto market cap. We've rebounded quite aggressively here. I know it's only Wednesday or something. What day is it? It's Wednesday, my dude. I know it's only Wednesday, and so we still have a lot of time left for this to play out. But the CPI report showed us exactly what we wanted to see. No matter if, like, again, the media can spin it whatever way they want, but the data is coming in exact alignment with our thesis and why we're invested. Me personally, I don't know. I don't know your theses, so I don't know. But everything fundamentally is continuing to truck along in the exact same way that I was expecting it to truck along. The charts are not doing exactly what I thought they were going to do, but the charts are a manifestation of people's attitudes around the news and the data that comes out. And so if you can just eliminate that thought from your mind and understand that this is just human psychology on a graph, then you can deal with it a lot easier, in my opinion at least, because people are very emotional creatures and they're going to react one way or the other to the extreme always. And that's where you get that opportunity to make outrageous returns, guys. That's how you make the gains, is when people are in such turmoil. I just got chills because it's so exciting to me. Like when people are in this much turmoil about stuff and unable to remove their emotions from the reality of situations, that's how you get opportunities like this. We are going to see some we already are seeing some extremely discounted prices on stuff. And if you have the capital to deploy, you start looking around to go shopping. We're having a Black Friday sale in the middle of March. So we'll see. Hopefully things get better before they get worse, but ultimately it doesn't bother me at all. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at the end of the day because I know what I hold. So that's my little hopium for all of you guys. Resident permabull here. I could be dead wrong, and we actually could go into a Great Depression, and the Fed might say we're never going to print money again, and crypto might actually not provide any value, and it all could go to zero, and everyone's thesis is just dead wrong, and we have the complete opposite of all of it. That in some weird parallel universe, that is a possibility. It has some probability of happening, so acknowledge it. I don't think we're in that universe, but that universe does exist, theoretically, of course. I was having a long conversation with ChatGPT this morning because I was really just stuck on quantum physics and I was trying to understand, and I think ChatGPT and I got through it. And after I say this, I'll go and look at some of the DeSci news that we want to talk about. Crypto therapy session. Exactly, Sarah. I don't think so. The thought that popped in my head this morning was that light, like photons, light is not from our dimension. I think it's from a different dimension. And I can get into the reasoning behind it, but I don't really want to right now. I can if you guys want to, but stop talking to robots. Light I don't think comes from this dimension, and it sent me down a huge rabbit hole in my head, and I couldn't wrap my head around what it is that I was actually saying. And so I started talking to ChatGPT, and we came to the realization, or the idea, that time is no different than any of the physical manifestations that are in our universe here. Time is actually just a physical manifestation or a result of quantum fields interacting with each other. And it's just like heat. Heat doesn't exist, right? Heat is just a result of energy trapped within systems, and it's emitting that energy, and that is heat. Heat doesn't exist. It's just emitting energy. I think time doesn't exist. It is just the byproduct of quantum fields interacting with one another. But I don't know why I told you guys that. It's just that's where my morning has been for the most part of this morning. Let's get into some of the DeSci stuff here. Please know I'm filled up on rabbits. Stop talking to robots. SciDAO. Yeah! SciDAO, baby. Chilling at a $1 million market cap. One of the most discounted discounts I have seen in quite some time. Let's see. Let's zoom in here. Right here. Deals everywhere, baby. Deals everywhere. Look at this. Look at these deals. VitaDAO, 30 million. What? How is VitaDAO going to be chilling at 30 million when you have the likes of Brian Armstrong and Vitalik? I don't know why they didn't tag Vitalik. Both talking about how they need to discover the secret to immortality. Every billionaire in the world wants VitaDAO to succeed. So why would they not just dump money into it? It's a $30 million market cap. I think that is one of the steals of a lifetime in this market. Then we got HairDAO, 17 million. HairDAO has been one of the strongest of the bioprotocol launches out there. We got Athena DAO, Women's health, guys. Women's health. Most people, I don't think, understand. And this is one of the big things that really sold me on Athena DAO. Well, there were two things. One is that research did not have to include women until like 50 years ago. So we have very limited data on how things happen in the female body. Like that, and that's crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy to me. The other thing is that most medical decisions, most healthcare decisions are done by females. I think the stat was somewhere around the ballpark of like 70% of decisions and money spent on healthcare is from women. And so like, how is this chilling at 3 million? I don't know. We got Cerebrum DAO. I can't tell you who they're connected to, but they are connected to people that are going to, like, when they pull those strings, it's going to blow everyone's minds. Valley DAO, synthetic biology. They're literally trying to save the planet, and they're doing a damn good job at it, honestly, with hempy and everything. We got Cryo DAO. There was just some article that they reposted about cryopreservation being one of the things that's going to save humanity, which is crazy. And then Psi DAO at 1 million is just mind-boggling to me. That is a field that people are just starting to accept socially once again, and it is exploding. It is exploding. They are connected and positioned very nicely to benefit from that explosion of psychedelic research. And then we have quantum biology DAO. I want to go back to the side DAO thing for a second, because psychedelics have been ingrained in human civilization from the very roots. One of the leading theories is the stoned ape theory, in which the way that we evolved consciousness and the ability to like think critically about things and not just go and try and reproduce and eat food, the way that we were actually able to evolve into an advanced civilization was through psychedelic experiences. Whether or not that's true depends on if you are a religious person or not. But I tend to believe it's true. And it's just apes going around eating mushrooms. Some of them are psychedelic, and they started tripping and they start thinking, and they were like, holy shit, I'm thinking. And then they were like, oh my God, I can think, I'm conscious. And then we evolved, right? And then quantum biology DAO, I think it's very early. So I understand why people don't see the value proposition behind it right now, but they are working with those quantum fields that I was talking about earlier. If what I said to you guys a few minutes ago about time just being a byproduct of quantum fields interacting with one another, Quantum Biology DAO would be one of the companies that figures that out. Who knows what that means? Honestly, who knows what that means? So I just think that these are value propositions that you cannot turn away from, in my humbled opinion. Any thoughts on DeSci stock? NWBO, non-mRNA vaccine or cancer vaccine. I've not heard of NWBO before. We can take a quick look at it. I'm down. NWBO stock. Northwest Biotherapeutics Incorporated. Market cap of 337 million. Small for a company, large for the stuff that we deal with. Did they get any recent news? Nope. Oh, they did. That was at the end of last year. Secures 55 million in strategic financing, including 5 million convertible notes. I think that the biotech companies in the stock market are too difficult to deal with because the information is siloed to the insiders first. And so they'll often make the moves before you actually get the information released to the public. It's riddled with insider trading because most of the biotech companies on the stock market depend on results from clinical trials and stuff like that. And so if that vaccine is to work, the insiders know before, and they'll make those decisions before, and you'll see the price move happen before. And you don't get to know about it until they report once a month or once a quarter. Whereas within crypto, it's the same kind of dynamic, except it's instantaneous feeds of information. So we'll know what's happening almost immediately upon it happening. So I'm partial to the crypto side of biotech investing, which is crazy because if I'd gone back 5 years ago and told myself that I was going to be investing in biotech startups, I would have absolutely laughed at myself. I was like, absolutely not. Those things are gambles. And here we are. I hear psilocybin talking. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. How about pump science? I love pump science. Did you contribute RIF and Euro tokens for that vote that happens a couple of months ago? Did anyone? I did not, Sarah. I did not. I'm just holding on to my stuff. Just holding on to it, which is unfortunate because they're down so fucking much. But I'm just hanging on. Solar flare knocks out all tech with an EMP. Crypto is just gone. Run back to gold and silver. You know, I saw a funny image. Maybe I might have saved it, but I know I save a lot of stuff, and so it would take me a long time to find it. I'm going to try and find it just on Google, actually. I cannot believe that search pulled it up. Are you guys ready for this? I searched Sun God Meme Civilization Cycle AI. Okay? I can't believe it actually pulled it up. The Circle of Life. Humanity researches AI. Humanity perfects AI. Notice the quantum computer here. AI perfects itself. AI enslaves humanity. Solar flare disables AI. Humanity worships Sun God. I think it's honestly very, very real. That might actually be something that has happened. I do believe that. I think we're the 6th advanced civilization on the planet. I do think that this might have been something that happened in the past. It cracks me up. It honestly cracks me up. But I can't believe Google found that when I did the searches. I just did keyword searches. I did contribute, but didn't get any token airdrops. I would check their website for any of the links and stuff. You might have to go claim them. I would scroll through their socials to see if there's any claiming stuff. I don't remember, honestly. You might have also just gotten airdrops and stuff. I have a hair underneath my shirt. I haven't checked my wallet enough, so I'm sorry. I do know that I haven't paid much attention to it because the airdrops have been virtually worthless. So sorry. Don't be shocked if Binance invests in Aleta Bioscience as they did Bio. Oh shit, cryptopreneur. Mental health is big. It is big. Cryptopreneur, you think Aleta is going to be getting a Binance investment? That'd be crazy. They'd deserve it. They would deserve it. Why don't the chat participants match the likes? Yeah, Solstice. Why not? Guys, we go live Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Rain or shine, health or not health. Why can't we get at least the 20 likes, the 20 concurrents? Please, guys, like the live stream. No, Solus, I did not say Binance will invest in Aleta. Someone in the chat said, don't be shocked if Binance invests in Aleta. And I said, that'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. In recent IRL news, Dynex is at Web3 Amsterdam with Noble Blocks, actually. They're there as well. So Web3 Amsterdam, looking like it's going to be a packed event. Going to be really cool, actually. I encourage anyone who's in the area to go step by. I was supposed to go, but things kind of fell through at the last minute, and I was unable to attend, which is unfortunate, and I'm sorry if anyone was super excited to see me there. I was pretty excited to go, but life gives you lemons. You got to do what you got to stay home. Web3 Amsterdam, it's going to be really good. I I really do encourage people to watch what comes from Dynex from this event. I really encourage people to watch what Dynex announces at this event. I think people are going to be shocked. Dynex has a Lambo at the booth. Very nice. I know. It's actually crazy. Just for the record, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get ahead of the FUD here with the Lambo at the Dynex event. Yeti knows someone who has the Lambo, and they are letting him use the Lambo for free. Just Yeti. Okay? So I know the chart's down aggressively, and then all of a sudden you see a core team member pull up in a Lambo. It's very different. They did not dump tokens to get the Lambo. Okay? Very clear. I want to get ahead of this FUD a little bit. Yeti just knows someone who has the Lambo who is letting him use it for the weekend or the week or whatever. Okay? Got it? Cool. Panel. So on day one, they got a panel, The Road Ahead, Forecasting the Next Decade of DePIN with Clifford, aka Yeti. Day two is going to be the big day. So 9 a.m. they got a panel on AI and blockchain. You guys saw that Dynex just released or talked about how they have that quantum large language model, which is more, it's seemingly acting more advanced than the other language models that we have, like Claude and ChatGPT and DeepSeek and everything. And then we have the presentation from Dynex, the quantum currency by Danny. And then at 2:15, there's the panel, the future design genre and gameplay, future in Web3 gaming with Clifford Mapp. Gaming in the near future will be driven from quantum computing. I understand that might sound really not logical, but if you think about what happens in a game, at least games like Skyrim or Minecraft and stuff like that, we have universes that you can explore that seem infinite or like they can expand on forever. So kind of like No Man's Sky is basically infinite. That kind of probability, because you can do anything almost, but there are still some things you can't do. Like in Skyrim, you can't just go dig a hole, right? Well, if you were to put Skyrim and run it on a powerful enough quantum computer, you could just go dig a hole if you wanted to. Or let's say all of the people that you interact with on a game, good morning, too much at once, good morning. Let's say all the people that you wanted to interact with in a game, all of those people could be AI agents capable of doing anything they want. And so all these side quests, instead of going to visit the person standing underneath the light post, all of a sudden it becomes the game makers might not even know what the side quests are, because the side quests might be made up on the spot by the AI agents that exist within the game. And these AIs in the game can only really handle that much computational power if it's on a quantum computer. So I do think in the future we will see all gaming done from quantum computers. And then the final thing there is panel symbiosis, infrastructure financial in Web3, institutional financial in Web3. Yeah, VCs, cool. Cool. You guys know Dynex just received Dynex received $50 million from VC to invest in the company and are using money to go buy the token at a clip of $10 million, which is now more than, or roughly double the total market cap, which is nuts. Okay, now I think one more thing I wanted to talk about. I wanted to shout out Axon with their burn, because they are burning an egregious amount of tokens. They've burned 215,657 AXGT, which is nuts. Let's respond to Jonathan here. Means supply and demand imbalance. Imminent. Sorry, I didn't mean to snort my sickness in the mic. Yeah, so I'm not going to read all of that, but pretty cool to see Axon burning so much. Burn number 9. It is literally the team trying to make the price go up. And then, of course, shout out to Nerd Bunny. We got MJ. I don't know if he's in the chat, but MJ apparently is going to be at Web3 Amsterdam. So shout out MJ. MJ is, I think, he's not here right now. I don't know if he's here right now, actually, but I want everyone to really think about what MJ has done here, okay? MJ was like you and me. He was just an investor. He just bought some tokens of some projects he really liked. Noble Blocks was something he attached himself to, very much so. He then started reaching out and offering his services for free over and over and over again until Delroy finally took notice. And I told Delroy, do not let MJ just sit there and lose his enthusiasm. Take this. Allow him to be in part of the company. And MJ is now part of Noble Blocks. He is helping pretty relentlessly. And I love it because he's a resource to keep an eye on what's going on at Noble Blocks in the community. So I want all of you guys to really think about that. Life is really just a series of decisions that you make. And if you want something, just go get it. And MJ, props to you, dude. Went out there and got it. Now it looks like MJ might be attending the Web3 Amsterdam event. So shout out MJ. Can we get some W's in the chat for MJ? Can we get some W's in the chat, please? And then that's all I have. So what do you guys want to talk about? Do you guys want to look at some charts? Do you guys want to just chit chat? Do you guys want to talk about quantum field theories and such? Or do we want to depart ways? I am going to end it a little bit early today because I'm not feeling good at all. And I want to rest up a little bit. Also, I've been working a lot on the AI automations for Bill and everything. And I had a huge breakthrough last night at like 10 p.m., 9:30 p.m. And I really want to get back to it. I had a breakthrough at like 9 p.m., 9:30 p.m. or whatever time it was. I don't remember. And then I had to go to bed and I woke up at like 4:30 and I started working on it again. And I really want to get back to it. So if you guys don't have any questions, I'm going to get back to it. He played with Scottie Pippen. Chip. Maybe you should name their chip One Lambo. Just what Yeti needed a Lambo. I know. www. Let's go. Charts suck. How is AI coming along? Charts do suck. AI is coming along beautifully. Beautifully. I had, like I just said, I had a really good breakthrough yesterday. That is just going to allow things to happen faster for Bill. And it's been awesome. It's been really, well, I mean, like today now I get to actually put it to the test. Now, like, that's what I want to go do. Today I get to actually go and like stress test it and really like see if it can hold up and just help advance everything along a lot faster. So it has to do, I'm not going to say it yet. I'm not going to say it yet. Okay. I'm not going to, but it has to do with his intelligence. And so I'm excited for that. And I got some really, 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 really cool news, but I'm also not going to share that yet until I have it actually working, because last time I shared stuff, it didn't end up happening at the time frame that I said it was going to happen at, and then everyone got upset with me. And so I'm just going to hold my mouth shut, and I think I'm going to start telling you guys updates a month after I've accomplished them. So the breakthrough I just did last night, I will tell you guys about it on April 12th, okay? All right? Cool. Eagle AI was wrong yesterday. Good. It was saying it was going to go down. Just looked at Bioprotocol. It looks like a slide from 1 billion to 100 million market cap. That's rough. I mean, I was thinking it would be chilling around 150 to 250 million. It launched at $1 billion. I kind of expected it to drop down to that 250 million. I thought maybe it would sit at like 350. Being at 100 million, I think it's just because the market destroyed itself. Sounds great. Go enjoy. Well earned. Thank you, Spec. Virtuals recommended using game framework. Okay, interesting. We'll write that down in my head. Can you quickly explain the utility of the Dynex token? Yes, absolutely. So there are a lot of things that the Dynex token does and is used for. One of the things is for rewarding the miners for donating their computational power to the simulated network. Just like all other DePIN projects, take Render, for example, you offer out your GPU to Render's network. They render out three-dimensional graphics on your GPU for clients for anyone who wants to render out images into videos and stuff, right? And so you get, in exchange, you get the render token. Dynex is the same. So you offer up your computer, your computational power. They run the simulated quantum computing part of the network on your computer, and in exchange you get some Dynex for the jobs that are being completed. And so that's basically the whole point of it. It's just a little system to ensure decentralization. Let's go to dynexcoin.org and get some information on it. Each job will generate gas fees of the equivalent of USD 2 cents in Dynex per day, paid by Dynex developers and commercial users and shared directly with the token holders in the DHIP. So that's the other thing I didn't mention, but you can actually earn Dynex just by staking and holding your Dynex. So they have a yield mechanism attached to it as well. So right now I don't actually know exactly how much I earn a day. I do, but you could reverse engineer the math knowing and I don't want you guys to see my entire bag, but basically I earn like 20 something, 30 something Dynex a day from staking all of mine, which at the time was worth a lot of money, but now it's just yeah. Dynex quantum node operators role in the Dynex ecosystem. Nodes are a fundamental element of the Dynex economic model, facilitating scalable quantum computation by utilizing decentralized hardware resources. Each quantum node is required to hold a collateral of 10,000 Dynex for as long as it remains operational. So there's another thing. You have to hold, if you want to partake in the network, you have to hold 10,000 Dynex minimum. And their proprietary software. So there's a few different use cases for the token itself, but it's all within the economic model that they've set up to just use the token to incentivize people to be a part of the network. Hopefully that made sense. I will, because my brain's just not functioning at 100% right now, I will paste this into the chat so you guys can check it out if you want to. Announcing your plans makes you less motivated to accomplish them. Ooh, I like that, Souls. Okay, guys, your time is your most valuable asset. Hopefully this was worth investing it into. I appreciate all of you guys being here with me. Let's actually, before I log off, I want to show you one thing that's really cool. I don't know if it's going to be in the ecosystem, I think. Yeah. Do you see that jobs, those job growth? Look at that. In March so far, holy fuck, what? Are you seeing this? So they've reworked how they're counting the jobs, didn't they? Oh, no, they did not. Okay, so the white number here is the total, and then the addition number here is how much they've done in that month. And so in the month of March so far, we're not even halfway through, they've done 113,000 jobs. Last month they did 125, so it looks like we're on pace to double the amount of jobs again. And remember, the DHIP, the economic model behind holding and staking the tokens, is supposed to be linked directly to the number of jobs that happen. So the more jobs that happen, the more likely it is that the token price will go up. And so seeing this grow like that and understanding that the company has literally came out and said, we want the token price to go up this year, I feel very confident in the position. But time is your most valuable asset. Hopefully this was worth investing it into. I'm really sorry that DeSci is tanking, but there's nothing I can do about it. Just hold as best you can and don't get fired from your job.